Howdy and aloha. Welcome to Mana Talk. The earth and you are ohana. We hope you stay and talk. Hey, howdy and aloha, everybody. This is James with Mana Talk. Mana Talk is where everybody gets a chance to get on the mic and be seen and be heard and post and share stuff. We're talking about people that talk about political stuff and issues and things that are happening, city, county, state, federal, and throughout the nation and the world. We got people that come on here from Florida to New York to Chicago, Illinois, Iowa, Washington, Oregon. You name it, they're everywhere. And sometimes they come on here, sometimes they come on Ryan Bannock's show, and sometimes they go on Eben's show, Eben Kim, or Tequila Mockingbird, and sometimes they'll go on Independent Outsider for some late night or early morning talk and discussion. And soon they'll be on Stevie too, which she'll have her system up soon. But here, my goal is to basically save the planet and all of its inhabitants. And I do know that is a big and a giant broad stroke, but I think if we have the right people in offices, in seats, city, county, state, and federally, we can make a difference, which we haven't been in a long time. And I'm not just talking about saving the planet and its inhabitants. I'm talking about also taking care of the people that are currently here now. People that, God, I need to shave. My God. But hi, everybody. Hey, Rob. Hey, Bob. Who else? Okay. Thanks for coming on, buddy. All right. So I usually do a little monologue, kind of going over things, and I open it up for everybody else. Let's see what's going on out there in the world. So something that's been kind of getting to me.
Speaking of songs, there's a couple.
Oh, I'm going to watch Ryan's show real quick. See what's going on. Got Indy over there. Oh, Stevie's on there. Christian and everybody, but I'm going to do my monologue. See, there you go. Everybody's all hanging out. In any case, the topic for me that's kind of been eating at me for a while now. So let's wave. Let's wave to them. Hey guys, keep going. Hopefully y'all can hear me good. Is labels, and I think I brought this up in the past, but more recently, people are throwing out labels to gain favor, and I'm just not having it. For example, here's a label I wanted to show you. I don't even know who these guys are. Nation of Change. They claim they're. See, look, they claim that they're progressive, but that's what I'm getting to is who is progressive and what is progressive, and who do you trust to be truly progressive? I hear a lot of Democrats saying, and Justice Democrats especially, oh, we're seriously progressive. We're progressive as progressive it can be. But you won't vote for single payer, or you won't help push it, or you won't bring it up, or you won't talk about it. Nobody's talking about overturning Citizens United or reversing McCutcheon versus the FEC, or getting rid of that as well. So are you progressive, or are you just claiming that you're progressive just so you can get people to believe that you're progressive? Are you liberal? Are you a socialist? Are you true liberal, socialist, progressive voter or candidate. Which, hey, aloha, Kathy, welcome. I'm just trying to figure out if they are or if they're not. And I think you should be able to do that for yourself because I'm seeing it everywhere. I see it on a lot of the shows I'm watching. Is definitely you watch it on MSNBC. Progressive, 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 progressive. I'm progressive. No, Kamala Harris, you're not. Cory Booker, you're not. Schumer, you're not. Feinstein, you're not. That's Dianne Feinstein. You know, true progressives are people that have been wanting single payer, don't want to get rid of Social Security, they want Medicare for all, they want full coverage, not a copay like Bernie little bill had, and they want, what's best for the people that put them in office. And I'm just not seeing that from a lot of candidates out there at all, at all. The people that I know that have been very progressive and people are starting to, in a sense, catch up, are these people that have been doing it since 1984, which is, sorry, it's the Green Party. They've been doing progressive stuff for a long, long time. They're tired of the wars, like we all are. They're tired of the military-industrial complex being fed bazillions of money every year, all approved by these progressives, by the Democrats. And we're seeing definitely a lot of candidates out there that are with the Green Party that are holding true to their beliefs. I have them on all the time. They've seen the litmus test that I've sent them. They all approve on a lot of things that we all want, but they're not. They're not doing it. Excuse me, not them. I mean the other candidates, the Democrats and the Republicans. Definitely, the Republicans are not going to do anything for you. They're completely and fully embedded with corporations, lobbying bodies, super PACs, the 1%, big coal, big pharma, big oil, big fracking, big nuclear, the whole 9 yards, and the DNC and most of their people are all in the same boat, along with Wall Street and big pharma. And nobody. I didn't hear one time at all that Michelle Obama, who wanted great and better and more pure and more healthier foods for kids in schools, she never went against Monsanto. So it's okay if you bring vegetables with pesticides, right? Right, Michelle? Is that cool? You know, I just don't. I'm saying, and I've known this for months and months and months, maybe over a year or so now, that it's a two-party oligarchy. They don't care about you. They don't. George Carlin says it's. He says it's a big club, but it's not a big club. It's not a giant club. There's not hundreds of people. Just a few people controlling and pulling the strings of judiciaries, legislators, and executives on both sides of the aisle, blue and red. And this has been happening constantly. My premise: capitalism is killing. Thank you, Tabitha Enrique. My premise: capitalism is killing us. It is unsustainable economically and environmentally green. Environmentally, yeah, it's bad. She's a green socialist. There's not, when you and then there's that other label. And think that's good that you reminded me of this. When you hear Republicans and a lot of their voters, they've been trained to think that socialism equals communism. And by the way, communism isn't really extremely the worst thing in the world. Oh my God, you're a commie. Well, socialism is what you're living in right now. We pay taxes statewide and federally so that we can have services and certain benefits and security in regards to our military. That pays for our military. It pays for our roads. It pays for our sidewalks. It pays for our stop signs, our stoplights. It pays for the people that work on those roads. It pays for the people that work on those freeways and highways. taking care of those parks, etc., etc. That's very socialistic, you know. And when you go into the hospital for an emergency in California, they can't refuse you. You have to be seen. Um, that's socialism. Or if it was full capitalism or full, um, or what the Republicans want, you'd be dead for sure. People are actually dying because they're not getting the services they want, and some of them won't even go into the hospital for emergency services because they're afraid they're going to be charged a great sum of money. Recently, I went to the dentist, and the dentist did teeth pull, crown, something else. It came out to $8,000, over $8,000 in work. I could have bought a fucking brand new car with that. And then my copay was $2,000, which I'm still trying to pay out. I'm getting close, but it's ridiculous. I would love to pay an additional $20 to $30 a month, even $50 a month, on up to $80 a month or $100, just so everybody can have coverage. And that's just for me. So if everybody paid that amount, then everybody would just pay extra in their taxes, and you could go and get full coverage with a full, comprehensive medical plan. Eye, dental, vision, body, everything, psychological, or whatever you need. But that's not going to happen with these two people in power. So when I hear people saying that they're progressives, yet they're voting for people that aren't going to help push true progressive socialistic platforms or laws that are out there that need to be out there, I just say you're full of shit. You're fucking not what you say you are. And I see it on Jimmy Dore. I see it on the Humanist Report. I see it on Tim Black. I see it on a lot of independent news stations out there that people claim they're progressive. Right? Jimmy Dore just had somebody on just the other day. What the hell is her name? I think she was on earlier. Let me see here. Oh shit, this may take a little bit. I wasn't prepared for this part, but oh, come on now. All right, so yeah, her name is coming in a second. All right, she's running for California 4th District. Rosa Calderon. Okay. She is a Justice Democrat. Okay. And these Justice Democrats, do you honestly believe, and this is what gets me about Jimmy Dore, I don't know if he has to bring them on or if he really wants to bring them on, but I'm going to tell you, Jimmy, they'll get co-opted. They are just a prelude to the establishment democratic neoliberalism that's happening right now, which is a label, but what that means is they're corporatist Democrats. And you know this. And you definitely know. And Tabitha saying, get rid of the insurance companies that take their cut. Funny repubs want Gov out of healthcare, but okay with biz as middlemen. Yeah, so Obamacare, and I'll go back to Rosa, this girl. Thank you for that, Tabitha. So Obamacare was that it was okay to pool everybody and bring everybody, these health insurance companies or these middlemen together to decide, if you bring more people in, then the prices will go less. Well, they forced other companies out. Nobody could build another company. So you just had certain companies that are out there. And there's like 6 of them only. And they all talked between themselves. Bob, Phil, Mary, John, Carl, we're all in a Zoom group meeting. Let's do this. The minimum copay is going to be this. We're going to charge this month much for these items, and these items. Everybody stick to it and we'll make fucking money. That's what the problem was with Obamacare. And it escalated to that. In the beginning, they knew they were going to take some losses. They knew they were going to eat it for a little while. But the big money is right now. They're making fucking tons of money. And the collections out there, nobody hears about this. I've got to do a study on this. The collections process, or the amount of people that are being put into collections or that are past due or 30, 60, 90 days late on paying their bills or just their copays like me are astronomical. And they're growing tremendously. People are in debt. Their credit's getting fucked. Great going. Good job, Barry. You fucking butthole. God, what a piece of shit that guy turned out to be. What a fucking piece of shit that guy turned out to be. So let's go back to her. Okay, Rosa Calderon. So she's I don't think she is Rosa. I want to pull it up real quick. Rosa Calderon is, I'm just gonna so you can see her. Where is she? Hang on. Give me a second. Be right with you. I didn't copy. Rosa Calderon. Candidate. There you go. Electrosa.org. How do you get that one? What the fuck? You're gonna love this. Look at that. Look at this chick, man. Woohoo! Look at that. I gotta say, what is she? Is she trying to get your vote, or is she trying to get a date on Plenty of Fish? POF. Is she? Well, anyway, she's very attractive. There's no doubt about that. Let's see what she's about here. Meet Rosa. New leader dealing results district people of the building because it's just raised in all-American city, Lincoln, California. Oh, that's an all-American city. Because every city around here is not very American, but Lincoln, California is an all-American city. Maybe it was labeled that. I don't know. She's blue collar and all this other stuff. I don't see what her does it show what or say, which I'm reading kind of quickly. American dream. She's a we are a nation civil. Wow, it doesn't say. Oh, what are these? Is she green? Amy Villella. Here's some more. An oath of justice. Oh, she's a Justice Democrat. Whoa, this is really interesting. Wow, this is really interesting. Okay, if you're watching this, you're going to see those are the colors of the Green Party. Those are Green Party, not copywritten. Nobody has that. But those are green colors. An oath as a Justice Democrat. Take no corporate lobbyist or corporate PAC money to fund my campaign. Pass a constitutional amendment to put an end to Washington corruption and bring about election reform. Okay? Raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Oh, and tie it into inflation. Ensure universal health care as a right and provide Medicare for all Americans. Provide tuition-free education. Well, so they're basically copying what the Green Party has been doing for a long time. They're not mentioning Citizens United or McCutcheon versus the FEC. Raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. By the time they get in the office, $15 an hour isn't going to mean shit. It should be 17 to 20, honestly. And if they try to get 15, if it's all red, then good luck. They're not going to make it. Okay, but they've got some good-looking people there. It looks like they're moving in the right direction. They've got a great website. Where are they getting this money? Where are they getting the money? Where it looks like they're very well funded. It looks like they've got the resources, if you know what I'm trying to get to. They're a prelude. They're the step before. all of these people, maybe with great intentions, okay, and I'm sure they care. I'm sure they care. But as soon as they get into office, as soon as if they get in, they can't, while they are in, okay, they're not going to be able to dissect the corruption without overturning Citizens United and getting rid of McCutcheon versus the FEC. It's not going to happen. So if they're not even bringing that up, how are they going to reform it? They have to put that in there. I don't hear any of them talking about that. Is she talking about that? No, I don't think so. JD Pledge, this is Rob Remerson. Use every available tactic to hide the corporate money you take. That's the rule. And they'll start to do that. If you honestly believe that these people are going to go in to the Democratic National Convention or Committee or the DNC or the DCCC or anything Democratic inside this mafia-based, criminalistic, in my opinion and my perception, organization, and try to dissect it and try to flip it and turn it away from being neoliberal, from being corporatist, that's bullshit. They don't have that kind of power. They're trying to get in to get power. Look at the website. I'm going to tell you right now, that website, that's a really nice looking website. Issues, get involved, donate, events coming up. Yeah, this wasn't done by some fly-by-night, by a volunteer. It's paid for. This is fucking paid for. Tuition free, strengthen unions, raise the minimum wage, create illusions, healthcare, single payer healthcare, fine, families, immigration, human rights. Yeah, I don't see anything about fucking overturning Citizens United or McCutcheon versus the FEC. It's nowhere in here. You know? She's going to make that money. I'm going to tell you right now, this girl, she wants... Is it just me? Is it just me, or does that look like somebody that wants that money? Give me that money. Give me my money, bitch. Give me my money. That's what she wants. She's going after it. She sees the pot of fuck bullshit. I'm reading her like, I mean, it's very obvious. Very, very obvious. Okay. So I'm just saying, when you see these Justice Democrats and when you see these so-called progressives on this show and that show, there's no way in hell that they're going to turn this a fucking giant megalithic party that just had Hillary Clinton, like, has people fucking killed, you know, and this, that, and the other thing, and the amount of money that flows to this place. You're not going to fix it. And you know that. And you know. You are not fucking stupid. We aren't stupid either. We know you're not going to go in there and fucking just change things and fix everything. If you overturn Citizens United, like I said last night, and you get rid of McCutcheon versus the FEC, overturn that, whatever, okay? Those two very heinous and bad fucking laws that were passed that allow money just to fucking spill onto these candidates, you take that away, watch people leave the Hill. Watch the Senate, watch at least 2/3 of the people in the Senate disappear. They're not going to become lobbyists because they're not going to make money at that anymore. Okay? Watch people in the House and the Senate, they'll just fucking disappear. They're gone. If there's no money in politics, there's no reason for them to stick around. And they'll fucking leave. And they'll leave. But the only reason why you're going into politics to get on the Hill and to get in the Senate or in the House is to make a little fucking money because you've seen the money. When you hear about Nancy Pelosi billion, 100 millionaire, ooh, that's enticing. So let's go in as a Justice Democrat, pull some people back into the Democratic Party and appease them and screw them over again. Back and forth, like Dave said, seesaw, just keep going, but provide really nothing for them. It's all platitudes by them. It's nothing. They do nothing. I'm just saying, and what is this girl telling? What is this picture saying to you? Am I trying to get a date with you? Do you want to take me out on a real nice? If she's like digging a hole or working in a fucking factory, but this right here just says, I'm available. I need a fucking sugar daddy. That's what I'm seeing here. Did anybody not see that? Yeah, she's attractive, but I'm just saying, and Jimmy, I think's had her on twice. Jimmy, be careful. Is Jimmy married? Yeah, I'm just seeing, give me a sugar daddy and I want your money, bitch. That's what I'm seeing from this chick. That's what I'm seeing from her. If you don't see that, then Tay-Ray88, Safe Stack. What's up, bro? All right. So, what's going on over at, let's see what's going on over, I guess they're bringing up people. What's going on over at the Bannock's place? Still going live. Okay. So listen, I am going to let Ryan have the floor on this tonight. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to compete with people. I'm not going to go back and forth and have you move from show to show to show. I am just going to go ahead and let Ryan have his moment and let everybody else stay over there at his show. I am going to go because basically all I wanted to talk about tonight, really and truly and honestly, was just how people are being fooled by the labels and by the words that they're using out there, talking points and narratives and labels, and they're just screwing people over. So anyway, let me give you the link to get onto Ryan's show here, and you'll be able to talk with people. And I might stop by over there, but there's other things I could be doing. So anyway, thank you guys very much for coming on, and thank you guys for listening. And I do hope you'll come back again and listen to me throw out my spiels. Aloha. Thank you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Aloha.